Hello friends and welcome. The Compendium for TI 2024 just came out, so I wanted to make a quick video just like last year to show you if I think it's worth it. I'll show you the rewards and how much money you'll roughly have to spend based on how much you think you might play and how many points you're going to earn. It's your money, so feel free to spend it how you want, but hopefully this will be a quick guideline for you guys. I've got this ugly looking Excel table. Forgive me, it's late. But if you're familiar with battle passes and compendiums, you can probably figure out all the information you need right here. I will explain this at the end once we go through everything. But for those of you wondering, if you want to unlock everything through payment only, then for US dollars, it's going to be about 125. For different regions, I'm not sure on the price conversions. Take the price of the level 50 compendium and add 19 level packs that you would have to buy to unlock everything, not counting any free levels you might get or just through playing the game. And so that will then reduce the price, which let me now explain how we do that. So real quick, do you even want to bother? Here are the rewards for the compendium this year. Is very similar to last year's compendium, which there's a good time to send out the reminder. Last year, Valve said they wanted to split a lot of the cosmetic rewards away from the at that time battle pass because it was like this big money sink of FOMO, and a lot of people had like very mixed feelings about it. So they split it up to make the cosmetics its own thing, the compendium its own thing. This is more about supporting the teams going to TI while getting some cool effects for yourself. Last year we weren't really sure how what that meant. Now we have the power of hindsight, and it seems like the cosmetic thing that they were going for is crownfall, which has been the acts 1, 2, 3, 4. This has been mostly free. You can do a lot of it for free. It's like cavern crawl from previous battle passes, and you can unlock a couple treasures, some story along you go. Very fun. If you want to pay a little bit of money, then you can unlock some extra stuff and get some extra sets because of it. And if you do want to spend money that you would have spent on the battle pass before getting treasures, then you can buy the treasures, and you've got some arcanas here, and it's just a flat $35 again, instead of like, you gotta get to level 500. That's $700 for you. I mean, okay, that was overkill, but it was like 200 something, you know, towards the later battle passes, and that's what felt bad, especially if you didn't care about like the earlier arcanas and personas up to that point, and you only cared about that last one. You still had to pay like the maximum price, and you'll never get this again, so you better spend the money, right? That's the part that didn't feel good. So if you like Venge, you can buy Venge. You like Skywrath, you can buy Skywrath. You want these other treasures, you can buy the other treasures. So because all the cosmetic rewards are over in Crownfall, the compendium rewards might seem a bit lackluster compared to what you might be imagining for battle passes, but again, this was their intention, so you didn't have to feel like you had to spend a bunch of money like unlocking a ton of levels. And if you're interested in the collector's aegis, which cost the most money in the previous battle passes, then it's cheaper than ever. I say last year it went a similar model, so it's probably about the same price as last year, which is about like $100+. The way it works is that your compendium level, which I have 51 because I bought the upgraded pack, content creator, business expense, whatever, you guys don't have to spend the money on it if you just want to live through me. Level 51, all of it will count up to that. So like you see every 10 levels, you will get like whatever this is, a sticker, I think. The teleport effects, like level 1, I've already unlocked because I'm level 51, so I had the 50 levels. We're now 1 level into unlocking the next one. We'll need a total 150 to get the third effect. You'll also have the boosters, and that only goes into an individual thing plus the aegis. So for example, if I put it into, I don't know, we'll put it into a voice line. So the voice line is going to go up to 52. The aegis is going up to 52. You'll notice the teleport, all of these, none of them went up by 1. But whatever you put it in, like if you only care about this HUD, right? You can put the boosters into the HUD. Buy this like level 50 compendium, apply all your boosters to the HUD. You don't need to earn any more levels. You'll get the HUD. I wouldn't really do that because the free points you'll probably earn will get you the HUD anyways. So if you want to put your boosters into something, then odds are it's going to be one of these like loading screens, sticker capsules, effigy blocks, something like that. I would not willy-nilly use your boosters to start. Wait to see like what level you get to and then spend your boosters. But to summarize that, because of the boosters, you do not need to actually reach the level of whatever you want. Like level 300 for the collector's aegis, it will be lower than that. It'll be level something plus boosters to reach a total of 300. As far as I understand, all of these will be temporary except the teleport effects, which is a shame. Anyone, if you work at Valve and you happen to be watching this video, please, these are so cool. Okay, guys, the level 1 is like fine. Level 2, you get this little podium. Level 3, you get the circus claw. It's so cool, right? Previous years, so cool. All the different effects, and then they're gone. I think it would be great if these became permanent and people could pick their favorite ones, and you see all these cool different effects. I don't know if there's something in the code that's preventing that, but I think this is always like really cool, and it's going to be gone when the compendium leaves. So if this is what you're thinking about buying the compendium for, it's probably not really worth it because it'll probably last for like about a month or so. I don't know exactly when this compendium is going to end, but TI ends at like September 15th, and then the compendium usually goes like a little bit beyond that, but at some point it is gone. You get some fantasy and like bingo tokens. It's all for like the compendium games, but won't matter in the long run. There are some international loading screens. They look nice. There are some team loading screens if you got like a favorite team here. You got 5 voice lines, some classics here, and these are going to be permanent. You'll keep these after the compendium. You've got a HUD, which I think is supposed to say carnival theme. I looked up Caravel to make sure I wasn't a fool, but I think it's supposed to be a carnival theme. This is what the HUD looks like. By the way, Ringmaster's out, not the focus of this video, a future one. It's pretty cool overall. Some people said they didn't really like at the top, you can kind of see there's like these glowing effects a little bit. Some people might find that here, it's easier to see here, might find that a little distracting. It actually also happens down here, so just a heads up. There's a new versus loading screen for when you load into the games, like that little background. You can add that to your shuffle, you keep that one. And then you just have like various stickers that you can put onto your profile for players and teams. And then effigy blocks are back. It's been a little while. If you started recently and you never got an effigy block, although I think you can actually buy them on the marketplace. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you can get them here now. And you can make like a, you have the different models of the heroes. You can put them in like wacky poses, and then you'll see them in the base. If you ever wondered how you get one of those, it's through these effigy blocks. Here's a points log. I just want to show you that when you play games, you will win points, which I don't think we had last year, unless I'm misremembering. But this year we do have it. So when you win a match, you get 300 points. When you lose a match, you get 100 points. You can average it out. Like if you have a 50% win rate, right? Then about 200 points per game you play. And then 1,500 points when you win the first game of the day. I don't know how often you guys are going to play, but this is a way to get quite a lot of points if you manage to win a game every single day. But I know people have busy lives. Sometimes you just don't win a day. That kind of sucks. But I wouldn't expect to win a game every single day, so I'll have some conservative estimates in that Excel table. But if you do have time to play a lot of games, you can earn a lot of points by winning a game every single day. Fantasy Dota is back, where you will pick some of your favorite players that you think are going to do well. Stick Mickey in there. There's usually some extra bonuses that goes back to like that event reward you can get where you like shuffle around some bonus stuff. Honestly, you don't have to stress that hard on it. Roughly follow. There's usually a couple Reddit posts that detail like here are the players that statistically score well, here are the things you want. Roughly follow that if you're interested. And if you do that, you will typically be able to score pretty high here. The top 1% of fantasy players will get 25 levels. It's not always easy to end up in the top 1%, but usually if you just try to do this and you follow any of the Reddit posts, you will typically end up in the top 25 to top 10%, because most people do not do this. So you beat out tons of people easily. Like the minimum is like 1 free level, but realistically, I would estimate between like 10 to 18 levels if you just try this a little bit. Now, there is a fantasy for group stage playoffs and then the international. I don't think you will get like 3 sets of rewards, like 25, 25, 25. But I really can't remember last year. If one of you does, then please leave it in the comments. Let me know. I'm going to assume it's going to combine the score from all of these, and that is going to then give you like up to 25 levels. We've got the Oracle's Challenge, which is really just predicting how the bracket's going to go. And it's splitting up to the road to the international, which you can see here, and then the international, which is here. And then in the how to play, you can see the amount of points you can get. So a maximum of 25 points from road to the international, 20 levels from the international. And if you want to do a conservative estimate, then I went with like 8 levels from here and 5 levels from here. Oh, just to clarify, you do not need a perfect prediction to get the maximum level of points. Like for example, the international, 10 correct predictions or more will get you 20,000 points, which if you look at the international here, there's actually 20 different predictions to make. So if you just get half of them right, there you go. But it's not that easy because, you get one team wrong here and you had them winning the whole thing, then all those predictions are wrong. So it usually is quite hard to reach that top levels. And that's why if you want, I would estimate, somewhere more in the middle ground to lower. Then finally, we have bingo, which if you get everything here, you'll have 9 levels. The way this works is like girl power. A team has at least 3 female heroes. Then as long as a game happens where that occurs, 1 tick happens. You need 11 games where this occurs to then check this box in bingo. So it's not easy to get every single one here. I took a quick look through. It's easier than last year because last year had some ridiculous ones that were really tough. I think it should be a little easier to get more bingos this time, but still wouldn't really expect to get every single point here. There are more for playoffs and international. We can't click them yet. If I recall correctly from last year, you did get new bingo boards and you could earn more points from there. Can't remember 100%. I was trying to go through my VODs to find it, but I couldn't really see me doing it because I didn't stream at that time because I actually went to last year's TI. So I can't remember. If you guys can remember and you have better memory than me, then please, again, leave it in the comments. But I'm going to assume it's about the same points. It might go up as we go to playoffs and internationals, but if we just keep a conservative estimate, then it's 9 levels from this, and then probably like again from playoffs and again from international for a total maximum of 27 levels. That's it for getting levels. If you go further, this is for like buying talent voice lines and then supporter clubs. These you will keep permanent rewards for the most part. Like the voice lines are permanent, and then the talent team pack, for example, you would keep a lot of like the sprays, the loading screens, chat wheel, stuff like that. But like the teleport effects would be gone at the end of the compendium. So back to our ugly Excel table, here is how much you will spend for like the level 1 compendium, level 50, or for the various level packs and how many boosters you will get each time. The maximum amount of the levels we just saw will be 97, unless the fantasy, like there are 3 sections to it, in which case it could be all the way up to 147 free levels, which seems like a ton of free levels to get, especially if you got like the level 50 compendium, but maybe they're doing it. Maybe they're feeling generous. I don't know. But a more conservative amount, assuming you're not like a top scorer on everything, then maybe like 38, 40-ish free levels. And then how many points you could get from playing. So for the amount of games in that time, I just estimated to about 200 points per game because of 50% win rate. Like you win some, you lose some. 200 points a game. So if you play like 20 games in the time the compendium exists, you'll get 4 levels. You manage to play like 100 games, you'll get 20 levels. First win, harder. Like sometimes you don't win every day you play, and sometimes you can't play every day. So if you do manage to win for like say 30 days, then you'll have 45 levels from that. So tons of levels you could get from this. Of course, you'll have to be playing a lot of Dota and winning a lot of Dota. So maybe like 10 wins. Like if we do a smaller amount, then you'd get 10 free levels from that. I forgot to mention this while recording, but this includes levels and boosters. So like you buy the level 50 compendium, it comes with 28 boosters. So I'm an idiot. So you end up with 78 levels / booster total here. 300 minus this, divide by 12 is then how much money you'd have to spend, which when you then add in the cost of like $30 for the compendium, level 50, or $7.50 for this one, you'll actually notice the total price to just buy it all is very close. Because I'm not fully sure how many levels you'll be able to earn, and maybe you don't even care about the Aegis, maybe you care about something like lower leveled, and you want to see if you can reach that without having to buy this more expensive compendium, then you could just buy the level 1 compendium, see how many points you're able to win for free, how many games you manage to actually play and win, and you might end up with enough points to get whatever prize you want, and then you don't have to spend as much money. And if you do end up having to spend money, it's like a few dollars different from if you just jump straight to level 50. So now that I did the math, honestly, it's probably better to buy this if you want to spend the money. Since it's one of the actual cosmetics, I thought we could take a quick look at what the effigy blocks might turn out to. So this is the Ringmaster. Here's like what it would look like when you're actually playing the game. Dire side. Oh, actually, I think the Dire one looks a little cooler. Some other like random heroes. It looks like it's mostly the like stone color, and then sometimes it feels like there's like a little bit of a gold highlight. Okay, I don't know, guys. The Radiant's getting ripped off here. Maybe some effects aren't going through. Maybe there's like a slight bug. They're gonna fix it. The Dire one is like, these are pretty sick. You know, it's like black and gold. They're sometimes red. I don't really understand. I don't quite understand what's going on here, but Radiant side's getting ripped off. I don't know what's happening there. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe it's a bug. But this is what you'd be getting if you do go for a cosmetic or the effigy block, which it's only level like 25 on the compendium. So you really like, final thoughts. If you're interested in cosmetics, you're probably just better off spending your money on the crownfall treasures or maybe like the marketplace stuff. Just like find specific things you're interested in. You really don't need to get the level 50 compendium if you're not interested in the Aegis. Probably like level 1 and then just see how many free treasures you'll get. And you'll probably get like a couple effigy blocks. The HUD skin at 75 should be pretty attainable. And then a couple of the loading screens. You're probably not going to get the voice lines, but I mean, there's tons of great voice lines, so you're not missing out that much. You may not get this loading screen, but maybe you will. And again, if you need to end up spending your money on level packs, it really won't be that different from if you had just jumped straight to 50. And maybe you do get lucky on the predictions and all that, and you manage to win a ton of games, then maybe you will end up with the versus screen anyways, and you just save the money. So that's it, guys. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in another video. Bye.